Okay, so from doing a little bit of research, I found out that you went into politics. Can you tell us the transition from singing to politics?
Yeah. So I was home while I was working on a few stuff then back home in Nigeria, and I was there for a while. And there's this party. It's called People's Progressive Party.
Okay.
They approached me to run as the deputy to the governorship aspirant, and I prayed about it, took it into consideration, because politics is not something that I would have thought I wanted to go into. However, upon talking to a few people back at home, because then I was in Asaba, so I'm from Delta State, and so I would mostly be in Asaba whenever I travel home. I'd mostly be in Asaba, so I was doing a bit of research myself, and after talking to a few people and obviously seeing things as it was run back then, I said to myself, well, Esse, this is something you can do. Give back, you know, to where you are from. Really, give the little that you can, you know. So when they approached me after praying about it, I decided to fully go into it, and it was an eye opener for me.
In what sense? In
the sense that I feel, and I do still feel right now, that politics in Nigeria is highly monetized. It is not necessary the amount of money that goes into politics, because the money that you use in pumping into campaigns could well serve in actually building the nation, as opposed to just spending that billions of naira. I mean, well, the little I could, I spent during my own time as well, because my account was depleted.
Wow, just through campaigning.
Yes, just through campaigning, and people people supported me. There were a few people that came forward. They actually gave me, because when people see that you have a vision, people will support. People actually supported, and all that went, and it was like, give me. Like, they wanted to take. They didn't even want to know what you had on the inside of you that you wanted to do to help the all they just wanted was money here, money there, money. I mean, and I realized that there is a mentality where politics is concerned in Nigeria, and until we get to a stage where we begin to realize that there is no need. Look, your vote is very powerful. When you want to vote, it's money can't buy it. You cannot allow yourself to be bought, because you want to put somebody there who is going to work for you.
I see.
But I realized that in Nigeria, it's not about that really. It's about who can spend the most money.
So did you go into politics to try and change that system? And that's,
Yes, my primary reason was to go in and support this person, because I actually believed in the gentleman that was running for governorship the position in that party, was to support his vision, but most importantly to also bring, and I mean, there were times that I would suggest things while we were having, you are on the road all the time, and they tell me, look, all those ones now, you go way, I beg, not be that kind of thing they do for you, that kind of way, and I'm like, oh my God, it was surprising.
You're fighting against the complete system.
It is a system, and it is. I just don't know how or when it will change. But I pray that as we have younger people getting into politics, we might be able to let the people know that nobody is supposed to buy your vote.
Yes.
It's supposed to be something that you freely give, so that you can hold whoever is there accountable.
Indeed.
Now, because of the fact that they are being bought, you can't hold anybody accountable.
No, of course.
So hopefully, I'm still important. I'm a PDP member now. I've moved to PDP. I've been a PDP member for a couple of years now, and I am hoping that the new PDP will move. Will have a lot of young people.
Yes.
Minds that are ready to move Nigeria to the next level, hopefully in 2019, when the next election comes,
and make an impact and a change. Eventually you left Nigeria, and that was when you came to Ireland.
I've actually been in Ireland since 2000. I went home basically for that.
Okay.
And then I came back again after about a year
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. And since you've been in Ireland, what have you been up to?
Well, basically, I am passionate about women empowerment. So I'm a gender activist, if you would like to put it that way, and we've been working on. I have this association called Women of Love International, and this is just about women empowerment, most importantly, girls, the girl child education, educating the girl child. So about some time way back when in Nigeria, at a particular point in time in my life, I experienced something which made me realize that there has to be a voice for the girl child, and so Women of Love was International was born out of that vision. And so what we do is we have programs where we have talks with mothers, talks with women, where we have different people coming from different places to talk to us about the empowering of girl children. Most importantly, because I realized that all over the world, not just the north side of Nigeria, that child marriage still exists. When the child is like 7 or 8 years old, it's been married to a man about 40 years old, you know, or when a child is about 13 and is getting married to a 50-something-year-old child, man. This Yerima did that some years ago, I think in 2013, and that just got me. I was enraged. But there's really not much you can do when inside the culture. I mean, that thing came out in Al Jazeera or whatever.
Okay.
It actually was on air.
Wow.
Justifying marrying an underaged girl.
Wow.
You know, and so things like that are happening in my country, and I'm like, okay, is this happening anywhere else in the world? And I realized that it is.
When you've done your research.
Yes, so it is not just happening in Nigeria, and we have to keep talking about it over and over again, so that people themselves will be involved in the cause.
Yes.
You know, and so yearly we hold a conference, and in that conference then we encourage people who have been one way or the other involved in youth empowerment, women development, and also fostering education for the girl child. So just to encourage them to keep doing what they're doing.
That's amazing. That's
Absolutely.
really good. And why is it that it's women and young girls you're focusing on?
As a woman myself,
Okay.
I realized that there is need for us to, I mean, the inequalities are there.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we're looking at it from salary wise, where women are paid less because they're women, or the time they take, I mean, obviously things are changing in the Western world.
Bit by bit,
bit by bit they're changing. But most importantly, like I said, coming from the child marriage issue, I realized that and you would be surprised that in these places where we're talking about, the mothers are actually encouraging their underage children to go into these marriages, and the reason being is that they're not educated enough to understand the reason. So it's what I did. I went through it myself. So why can't my daughter go to college in that kind of way? Or I was you know, this circumcised.
Yes.
Why can't my daughter be circumcised? Definitely. You know. So my understanding is, if I am able to, so I have learned a little. If I am able to impact another woman with this that I have learned from this background, it might help her to understand that, okay, my daughter does not need to go through what I have been through. Of course. It doesn't. I mean, until they begin to understand that it does not make sense. And part of what we're doing is just to see how we can get more out there and to encourage girls to go to school and things like that. So I want a situation where the average woman in this century would be empowered and understand what it is that, what are the God-given gifts that you have, how you can use that to help yourselves and help yourself and help others around you.
That's amazing.
You know, so I don't know. The vision is big. I am hoping that I will get people who will be involved in this with me, and we can work together and see how. So it's we're progressing. We're progressing, and it's getting bit by bit.
When did it start?
It started roughly about 2012.
Okay.
Yeah. About 2012, and every year we've been holding the conference, and then we've been supporting back home in Nigeria. We were supporting notebooks, pens, and textbooks being given out to girls in education. Yeah,
that's wonderful.
So hopefully we are hoping to increase that to other parts of Africa, and see if we can get more people to work with us.
Yes.
But then again, like I said, we're growing, and I'm still trying to understand what the whole vision is about myself. So I believe that God will be giving us people that will be working with us to actualize that particular vision of working with women and girls.
I think it's a wonderful vision.
Thank you.